What's up everyone, it's Sammy or Alpine N55. Today I'm going to be showing you how to install an Android head unit with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto in my BMW F30. Opening up the box, you're going to have your user manual, and then you're also going to have the harnesses that kind of hook everything up. So in here, there's going to be an antenna, there's a video cable, and then there's a few other things regarding, just extra plugins. This is going to be the quad lock that plugs into the main harness of your head unit, and then this is pretty much what's intercepting all of the signal and sending it to our new screen. So then if we take that out, we can take this foam cover out, and this is our new screen. So this is the 10.25 inch. This is going to be, I think this is a microphone. Yep, it's like a microphone. So let's go ahead and take the screen out here. And yeah, that looks great. I'm gonna hopefully be able to paint this black. I think I can take the border off, and if I can, that will be painted. But overall, let's get to the install. Be sure to loosen the negative battery terminal whenever you're gonna work on electronics. All you do is loosen this nut with a 10mm, then lift the wire right off, and go ahead and hang it right here. All right, so our first step is gonna be to pull the dash off right here, which is pretty much as simple as going from this corner, just lifting, and then just going across and kind of just pulling it off. With the dash off, there's two wires you need to remove. This one right here, which has a little pin. And then after that, there's gonna be one up here at the top, which has this. You just kind of pull it apart, and then that's it. All right, so now the next step is to remove the 4 screws that hold in the AC trim. And there's gonna be one up here in this corner, one right here, one down here, and then another one down here that I don't have. But overall, once you have that done, you're gonna take this off, and then it's time to take out the head unit. Next step is to remove the head unit, and to do that, we're gonna remove the 4 screws, but I recommend having a microfiber towel right here because this unit can scratch your trim. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this done, and I'll show you guys what it looks like. With everything pulled out, you now need to look for this big rectangle at the back of the unit. It's gonna have a lever on the bottom, and you pull the lever up. You can see I'm doing that. As you pull the lever up, it releases it from the unit. And once you have this out, you're gonna need to get this green optical cable out. And the way that you do that is by using some type of tool to lift this little tab. After that, the cable will come right out. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and then grab the harnesses for the new screen, and then we'll go ahead and proceed from there. There's gonna be one T20 here and another T20 here, and then the one cable connected to the back. So once you remove those T20s, you're gonna pull the screen up and disconnect that cable, which it is a little bit difficult, so be careful when doing that. So this is what that wire looks like right here. It's gonna be sitting in this orientation when you do take it out, but you wanna make sure that you do it very carefully, and you make sure that you press down this little clip, or else you can bend this and damage the cable. It is replaceable, but it is kind of tedious, and it's gonna be hard to source one of these, so definitely be careful when taking it out. So the next step, I'm gonna go ahead and put that optical cable right here, and then I'm gonna plug our existing quad lock into here, and then I'm gonna go ahead and route everything. So I'll be right back, and I'll show you guys what it looks like. Okay, so you can see that I have the quad lock into the back of our head unit, and then in the back right there is the original quad lock plugged into the new harness, running up to under the AC vent, and then coming out right here. So as of now, it's coming out right here, but what we're going to actually need to do is this wire, we're going to be putting it under there, and it's going to come out right here to plug into our new screen. All right, so besides the main harness, we have some other wires that came with it. This is going to be a USB OTG and USB host cable. This one is going to be a 3.5mm to 3.5mm. I believe that's for if you have like an aftermarket amplifier or something, because it's got this audio out. And then we also have our Apple CarPlay antenna right here, along with a microphone that isn't necessary if you have a factory microphone. And then there's also the antenna for if you want to use cellular data. So other than that, let's go ahead and continue on with the install and get this screen in there. So this is what everything would look like when it's all connected. We've got the Apple CarPlay antenna to the left. To the right, we have the screen connector. Below, we have the actual main harness, and then we have the USB harness. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and reinstall the screen the same way we took out the original, and then we'll go ahead and start putting the head unit back in. The screen is screwed back in. Everything looks great. So now I'm gonna go ahead and kind of organize the wiring down here, and then it's time to push the head unit back in and get those 4 screws back in, and then we'll go ahead and start putting the trims back on the front. With the unit back in, we can start installing our main dash pieces. So I'm gonna start off with the AC trim, which you just need to plug in that wire right there, put in those 4 screws, and then we'll move to the main dashboard. Make sure to reconnect these two wires before pushing the dash into place, then you're good to go. The moment of truth. Hey, it works.